Welcome everyone to Rhymes with Klei. I'm Vito, developer on Don't Starve Together.
Hi, I'm Jason, also one of the developers on Don't Starve Together. You saw us recently, less than a month ago that
For
we
the
were
beta,
here. We're here to talk about mostly the same stuff.
Basically that beta is now live today.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about what's there for people who don't know, as well as what changed during beta.
Yeah, we'll talk about all the little
some of the new stuff
and things that we did.
There's actually going to probably be a hotfix today as well, and we'll be using the build with some of that stuff as well, just so we can show you what to expect later today.
Where to start first? We can show off the skins.
Sure.
Let's show off the skins.
Okay, yeah, that we never showed before.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it? It's not running yet. Okay, it'll take like a few seconds to switch to the game. Oh, my mouse is locked. Okay, do you remember which skins we need to show? Okay.
I do.
Oh, I wonder if this build can show skins.
Should be.
Alright. Is it? Does it?
Oh no, we gotta set them up again. Go to click on Willow. Willow is one of
Willow
the she got skins.
Yeah,
and it's the first one there. Okay. They are the moonbound. 3 of the characters got moonbound skins, which is like their like lunar equivalent of their shadow skins. What was the shadow skin set called?
Is it one of these?
I remember now. Anyway, it's the moonbound set. So yeah,
is there other pieces?
Yeah, she's got a body set.
Is it? I'm just gonna take the first one.
Yeah,
oh yeah, moonbound.
And she's got hands. I think no legs this time, and
that's not bad.
We'll get there. And the feet. So
okay.
This is Willow's moonbound skin set.
Mm-hmm. So other characters have it already?
Yeah, some of them do. Yeah.
Okay. Except and so this time it's Willow.
Warley.
Oh,
there he is. So he's got this like a very fancy hairdo and hair accessory.
Does he have legs?
No.
Nope. I want to click that one.
Is that right? Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
I want to click those legs.
We'll give those to Wilson.
Okay, I'll do that next.
Yeah. And Wes. Wes is the third one. Very first.
Oh, how did he pop up there?
They change around.
Okay.
So he's got like a cool little gem.
Oh yeah, I remember.
It's like
I remember
moon-shaped hair. I think. Oh, hang on. Click this. We might have to go back. So there, that's Wes's.
Okay,
I think we put.
It looks like I was putting on the same one.
He doesn't have any gloves. I think that's all he has. He just has those 2. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So we did them wrong. Okay.
Yeah. Except that one. Yeah. Go back to That's Warley's. Go back to Willow.
So Willow's is wrong.
Yeah. Sorry. There, that makes more sense.
Makes more sense.
Yeah.
How about feet?
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
There.
That looks right.
There. So these are new.
Grace was screaming at the screen there for a
minute. Did you feel it?
Her skin senses were tingling.
What else? There are items?
Let's show off. Okay, so April Fool's is coming up, and in Eastern Canada, April Fool's is called. Sorry, Anne-Marie, I'm going to butcher this. Poisson d'avril, which basically is like fish of April, something like that. And so on April Fool's, people like stick fish on the people's backs. That's like the gag you do at April Fool's. So we made some fish for Don't Starve.
That's new. That's new to me. I just learned something.
So yeah, it's the legs. Take the filter off.
Oh, okay.
And there. This is the trousers.
It turns into fins. Okay.
Yeah. And then there's one more piece to this. If you accept the outfit, which is it's a cap. Okay. And then go to the curio cabinet and go to belongings.
Oh.
And it's a skin for the top hat.
Okay, yeah, I've seen this one. Okay,
and there's also the one next to it there. And this is the Twitch drop, I think, and it is the reskin of the walking cane, the rosy red cane, and it'll also we can show that off in game, but it's also got a orange staff upgrade look to it as well.
Cool.
Yeah, and also here you can see there's a bunch of Abigails. We finished off a bunch of the Abigail flower, like the skins to match Willow's, or not Willow's, Wendy's skins. She now has Abigail's that match her.
Okay, nice. So these are all that. Okay, anything else? These are from before, right?
Yeah. No, I think that's it. That's the we got the three character sets, and the fish, the rose, and the Abigail's.
Okay, I might try that later.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it for skins. He's still wearing those. Actually,
I think we should just go with that.
Yeah. So I guess we're gonna use him. So we just jump into world, or is there anything else you wanted to
No, I think that's good for now.
I feel like I should make a new world. Was anything here changed? This is new, right?
Oh yes.
Yeah, this is new.
Is it, I'm not sure. I think this is new for this update. I think it's not new for the people who started in the beta. But basically, we just pulled the caves option up front more. You can have it remembered so it goes away. But instead of it's just a one-click thing to have caves now instead of or not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna go with no caves for the stream though. I think, and I won't remember my choice. One player, super safe. Skins should still work. Okay. What should we start with? Should we just go over some of the new things in this update, and then we can, as we talk about it, we can say what's changed and what's gonna come.
Yeah, we should just run over basically go through it all, and we'll just highlight what's changed in the beta.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Should we just start with some character stuff then?
Yep. So there were some tweaks to some of the skill trees. Mm-hmm. There was some willow tweaks, some wormwood tweaks, and some Wbot tweaks.
I'm seeing if there's any questions that we can answer, but we'll just start the game first. I've got my legs.
Sunset Sky asks, "Will scrap fences be a skin?" And yeah, it's likely we'll work that.
Yeah, we'll have to work
out
what we want to do with that, because they are kind of special, like the way they interact.
Yeah,
there's something because in the junkyard, junk repairs them. They don't break like regular fences do.
Whether it's actually a skin or if it's a new thing you can make.
Yeah,
that's what
we just have to decide, because it's not really like game breaking or a balance thing to let you have fences that get repaired by junk debris. That doesn't really matter. We just have to decide what we want to do there. Okay. Check out my legs. Why am I him? We were going to talk about characters first. Wormwood?
Sure.
Wormwood's getting the legs. All right.
Yeah, so...
You want to talk about what changed with him?
Yeah, so if we go to the hit eye.
Oh, wait, hold on. I'm going to see if this works. No, okay. All right, keys don't work.
There were several skills changed. Some of the main ones were, if you click on the third one down in this path here, Flower Power, it was changed to just buff fertilization by 30%. It used to maintain the length of how long you would bloom for, but people generally just used fertilization to just, extend the bloom the bloom time, and so it was considered basically a useless skill for them. So this basically gives them 30% bonus to what they were doing before. And the one above it, photosynthesis, it was generally considered fairly weak to get. It was, although it's regeneration, which is great for wormwood. We just made it a little stronger, so it's more,
We have to keep in mind that some of these, you're not meant to have everything, and some of these skills might make more sense to other playstyles than to you.
I know there's some people feel that this kind of a skill takes away the drawbacks of wormwood. So if you enjoy playing in that zone, you don't need to take that skill. It means that you can choose one of the other skills. The mushrooms. I think that's
there.
There it is. Yeah. We're gonna have to respec to get that. Oh no, you got 7 points. You could distribute there. So wormwood was previous skill tree allowed him to create or put the lunar mushrooms into the mushroom growing stations. What are they called? The logs.
Planter?
The planter. That's it. The mushroom planter. He can put the lunar mushrooms into it. They were made a little better. He can eat them and create like a spore cloud, but it wasn't. It was a little hard to use. It was a very long animation. So we shortened the animation, and then during the beta we smoothed it out even a bit more. We'd make him groggy. It no longer makes him groggy. So we just made that actually a little more effective, useful for.
Yeah.
And then the main last one was that the not last one. The bramble husk specialist allows Wormwood to craft or to make the bramble husks a little better. Bramble husk is the thing he can normally make himself, and this meant that when he's using it, bramble husks normally reflect thorns when things hit you.
Mm-hmm.
When he gets this skill, when he attacks, it'll also like chuck out the thorns. So people would take this skill, but then you would take the first skill in the Lunar Defender category, and that would buff your the Bramble Husk armor. The
Bright Shade.
Bright Shade, sorry, yeah, the Bright Shade armor, and people generally considered that to overshadow the Bramble armor. So we made a change early in the beginning of the beta where the Bramble or the husk armor he would wear would get some like planar buffs when he was wearing it with this skill. So your old armor that you crafted would sort of rise up a little bit and become planar, but it still was overshadowed by
we ran into that problem of
it's
you still craft it with really basic ingredients.
Yeah.
So
we couldn't make it
better than the Bright Shade.
Yeah.
And that's why you made this change.
So we made it so that you can take the Bright Shade armor and you fuse it with Bramble armor to make Bramble Husk or Bramble Shade armor.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's a different flavor of planar armor. So where the Bright Shade armor has like the traps when you attack stuff, or when things attack you, it'll like trap them. The Bramble Shade armor doesn't do that, but it does have all the thorny stuff that the husk does, and it actually adds a little planar damage to it.
But like its defense and stats are now at the tier of the Bright Shade.
That's right.
With a different proc, basically.
That's right.
And
so it's your choice. Which one do you want? Do you want the trapping, or do you want like the thorns effects?
Mm-hmm. And it's the same as the Bright Shade, where it doesn't get destroyed. It just goes to 0% and you can repair it.
Yeah.
And you don't have to craft a brand new one.
Yeah. And then the one last bit here was that the three these guys they got some small buffs to them. Depending on the way each of those works is that the first one is you summon or you create Karats, and then the next one is you create light bugs, and the last one is you create salamanders. So if you have all of them out that you can have out, then they all get kind of a benefit. So the light bugs, their light radius increases, and then the salamanders, they get more health and so on. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so that's Wormwood. Recap. We can show. I'll just show because this is something that changed during beta since our last. Oh, it's not. Recap. Nope. Do you remember what the mushroom's called?
Mooncap?
How come it doesn't have it?
Lunar cap? I don't think that was it, right?
Okay, well, anyways, it's not there. Oh, there.
Oh, there we go, yeah.
So now, like I'm running, and I eat, and that's how fast it is now.
It's pretty much instantly.
Yeah. And I'm not groggy. So it should be useful, or at least situationally useful, which is what's important to us. Like that you can actually use it in combat.
The hat was added.
The popping one.
Yeah. So this is not a Wormwood exclusive thing, but because Wormwood has the he can make more
what's it called?
Lunar mushrooms that hat.
I'm gonna keep guessing.
Yeah, what is that again?
Or should I just craft it?
Yeah, you just craft it.
Craft.
Whoops, you hit a backspace in there.
Oh, sorry.
There we go.
Lunar.
There it is.
Lunar fun cap.
So because he has more access to the lunar shrooms.
To the rest of the ingredients.
we also added this in just to make those more useful to the team.
Yeah.
And it's like the other mushroom hats where it drops spores. The moon spores, you don't collect them; they just explode. So it kind of drops them more rapidly, and I've seen it put to good use fighting the
just something fun.
bee queen and stuff. Yeah.
AOE automatic.
Yeah.
And you're safe from it. Okay. The other character we did some work for, Willow. Time to swap. Willow. Legs. Where are her legs?
You can put the fish on it?
Yeah. Here.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
I should have taken off the
you
shoes.
should have checked the skill set too.
Oh.
That's alright. So,
we have it on the lunar.
Yeah, you're going to have to...
I can just do that real quick, show what changed there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right.
Willow, Ember... myself 40. So we changed the 40, not 4. This one, the flamethrower, basically you can aim and move in different directions.
Like
you
twin
aim,
stick kind of now.
You aim with the mouse. You can move with the keyboard. That was the main thing, and I think that went out and didn't have to do any more changes to that. So that's that. We did fix some bugs that people found with where sometimes moving these around, they would not have. You wouldn't be able to stoke embers until you pick them up and put them back down again. Or things like where if they're destacked like this and you cast the spell, it'll take them away, but your spell doesn't come. We fixed all those bugs, hopefully. But yeah, the change we made afterwards was actually for the shadow side.
Yeah.
So I'll have to despawn to respect her.
So the initial launch of the beta, her Shadow Flame, it was basically buffed and damaged to be more in line with what the Lunar Flame can do. But the targeting AI basically of them, they're like autonomous, like flames of shadow that shoot out from you. It was hitting too many birds and things like that. So I made it so that it will avoid targeting things like butterflies and smaller things like that. But also, if you, how do I explain it? Basically, if you have one target on the screen, all of them should focus onto that target better.
Okay, so none of because I remember last time when we were showing this, they went for butterflies.
Yeah.
And bunnies. Okay, all of them went for the hostile dog there.
Yeah, they work a lot more like auto attack feature. That's how they're using this almost the same brain as the character's auto attack.
I almost forgot to give armor. I'm at half health already. Okay, not too many things changed with her other than that, I think.
Yeah, that's it.
Did we do something for Bernie? They're talking. Someone's asking. Healing for Bernie, was that buffed as well?
Not this time.
Okay, so that was probably something from before. Okay, so that's mainly the character stuff. Okay, let's go to what should we talk about next? The junk stuff. Should we go to the junkyard?
Okay.
Back to Fish Wilson.
They want you to get rid of your gift icon.
That?
Yeah.
Okay. Why? They just want to know what it is. What is it? What do you think it is?
Shoes.
Use later. Anything else? Should I get rid of this? Okay. Happy? Inside.
There we go.
Never
mind. It's all clean.
Okay, inside's gone too. Okay, everything's gone. Let's go do the junk pile. This part might get better.
Sarasa asks, does the Brambleshade armor trap enemies too? That's what we were talking about when we were saying that they're two different flavors. That the Brightshade armor does the trapping. The Brambleshade armor does the bramble thorns. So it doesn't trap stuff like the Brightshade armor does. Basically, you're switching it from trapping things to the thorns effects.
All right, let's see if that worked. Well, it's basically, there we go. I should save this in case something happens. Basically, I was just like forcing the Werepig to here. Okay, but we should probably just explain that first. So in the beta, we added this new part. Everyone in the beta knows that there's a new boss, the Scrappy Werepig that comes out from this set piece. And then there was also the Nightmare Werepig from before in the caves. They are actually the same Werepig as you see in the trailer, but we had them separate so that you could test it very easily during beta. But now that we're out, they are the same one, so you can't have both at the same time. You have to go find the Nightmare one first, and then after that's done, you will be found here, and then it just rotates back and forth. But what I did just now was just some code Jesse sent me so that I could force him to show up here for the stream. Okay. So the text. We didn't have the
Oh yeah.
this before either.
That's
the NPC chat, the creature chat.
Yeah.
That's a new thing we wanted to add because we have a lot more of these NPCs that can talk, that give you hints at progression. But sometimes, like when it's
easy
just,
to lose
very easy to lose it, especially like when a lot of stuff's happening. So we decided to log it. We did make a few more changes so that if they repeat the same lines over and over again, and you still have that line somewhere in the log, it won't keep adding that one until it's gone. And it's also in the settings if you really don't want it, or if you want more of it, it's somewhere in here. Where do you think it is? Advanced creatures chat. So most, it's on most by default. You could change. Important would just give you, like, we've flagged certain lines, like the ones that are asking for items to progress. Those would be marked as important. This will only show those lines, and then none if you don't want any of it. Probably, like, you might want to lower it to important if you're playing multiplayer, but most would be, if you're just by yourself, like most would be pretty good, so you can see everything. Yeah, so
people were commenting that it's Wbot's dad, that the Werepig is Wbot's dad. I mean, the answer to Wbot's dad is it's in Hamlet. The hints are there. It's
okay, so are you saying they're wrong? Is that what you're saying? Long update. Sorry. I don't have my hotkeys. 30? Nope, 30 is not enough. Okay. Okay, so that's first change is he has the speech now. And the other change is now if you actually steal his junk, he will start reacting to it. You get a few chances where he gets more and more angry, but it'll be pretty obvious. Like, oh, I scrapped. Yeah, this one he actually like shakes the screen, and then if you keep going, then he will attack you. So this is the fight. Oh, I don't have my armor yet. Okay, let me see if he'll take care of the raccoon. Yeah, he will. Okay. Trying to think what else changed with him. I think that is okay. That's the most important one because that changes how you start the fight and it explains what's actually happening here, why he's angry. It's just he doesn't like you taking his junk pile. Very possessive. And okay, the other things that were changed during beta was just like there was a lot of padding issues around this pile, where some of like his tackle attack, he would just run straight into it, and it was kind of way too easy to just kind of circle around this, and he would just ram into the pile. So he's a little better with padding around it now. And finally, he is not immune to status effects anymore, like sleep, fire, and ice. Yeah, that was he was immune to everything because that was from, we had his code from the nightmare version with when he had the shadow power. That's when he was immune to everything. But he shouldn't be immune to this. So this Scrappy version, he can be frozen, slept, and burnt, but Nightmare Warpick still cannot be, just to clarify. And that's the thing. The update that went out now, I don't think the sleep is working, which is why one of the reasons we're doing the hotfix later today. Let's see if it actually works in this one, just to demonstrate something else as well. Okay, so, okay, that just worked out. I just wanted to show that if you did try to interrupt him out of the rummage, he will still, there's a small delay when he's rummaging for the sleep, so he'll still get the item he needs. And so you can't just keep sleeping him and him endlessly going back into the rummaging, so that's not going to work. Okay, so sleep works. I've tested it here. This was my test, so the update can go out later. What else did he change? Status. Oh right, he's also if we I don't know if anyone noticed the shadows for the junk piles are updated, so they fade in and out properly now. They don't just pop in and out. As well as if you were in beta, you already know if you get later into the fight, he can grab multiple items at once. Yeah. Okay. I think that's it for his combat changes. Question about the chat. Will it show up for everyone or just people in the area like a whisper? It should be. There is a range on it, so it's not like private like a whisper, but yeah, it will be just within a certain range. It's pretty. The range is pretty big. It's like the whole screen.
Yuko Tombo asks also if Ancient Field Weaver gets this.
So Ancient Field Weaver, him, the Frostjaw, and Pearl.
Wagstaff.
Is that it? I think that's about it.
I think so.
Do you think this will work? Yeah, I win. Okay. There should be some loot here to grab too. Okay, so this thing. This is the spike on his shoulder. If you defeat him while he still has it, then it'll drop off. It's just for fun. It doesn't really have great stats, and it's
pylon hat.
Yeah, it looks good on the ground too. It also makes you immune to the junk that's falling down. That's kind of like the one. If you can find a niche use for that, you can wear the hat and steal some junk maybe. And there should be one more hat. Where is it? The goggles? You see them?
I don't.
Is he sitting on them?
Is that it? No, that's a repair kit.
I found it when he was sitting on it. So this is new.
Yeah.
I think people have seen it, and it's on the trailers too. But the overlay for it that came in pretty late into the beta. Just so it matches more like our goggles or lenses. They all have this kind of an overlay, so we added that. And yeah, so this thing gives you a wider view. And I'm taking it off.
Virus named Toast says he drops a repair kit, and
oh right,
yes,
and
that's new. There's sort of a reason for that.
Yeah. So he is dropping a repair kit right now because I don't like the sanity stuff. Okay. Yeah. So the repair kit, there's something you can actually use it on. Maybe we don't need to spell it out.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Or do you want to? Okay.
No, it's fine.
I'll just drop it over here. Is it here?
Yeah.
Why's there a log there? But also this is because I just spawned him in and I haven't actually opened rifts or anything. This whole encounter changes a little bit if you come back after you've defeated Celestial Champion. Actually, I misspoke. It's nothing to do with rift. You just have to defeat Celestial Champion. You don't actually need to give Wagstaff the item to open the rifts. But the first time he sees Celestial Champion, he's already seen the tech that changes what garbage shows up here and what kind of loot he will drop. But right now, because none of that's happened yet, Wagstaff hasn't seen Celestial Champion, this is all you can get. Like, this is all the tech that's available so far.
Do we want to show off what Wbot
Sure.
does?
Okay, fine. since I have the item, people know anyways. Yeah.
Doug27 is Fanny. Doug27 Fanny is asking about what our plans for more automation in the game is, because we'll see Wbot is fairly useful for automation. What are our plans for automation? I guess it's not Factorio. It's not the game we're making, so we're not going to be providing a lot of automation. The Wbot is a unique item. We specifically didn't make it like an item that you can mass produce. It's like a chester, so there's just one of them. Mm-hmm. That limits its like mass automation function. But I don't know. Do you have any other comments on that?
I think that's correct. Like, we're not really trying to turn this into a factory game. Yeah. But I think like this item kind of fits the theme of the update quite well, as well as it has some function with like our goals of cleaning up the end game bases, helping with all the tedious stuff when you reach that point of the game. Where there it is. Is this it?
That's it.
Yeah, okay.
The wall-eyed derby. I love it.
So that's the new hat. But I'm actually going to put it on here. So the Wbot can wear hats. And if you saw what I just did there, is like if you give him a hat and you want to change it, you just pick him up and the hat will come off. And then you can put on a different hat. So I guess I'll say okay. One other thing with the Scrappy Werepig. This might not be super obvious, but like this is probably our first like very asymmetrical character or boss that we've kept like very asymmetrical. Like he's got
right, left,
like this.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we did do a lot of new techniques in the state graph to prevent the feeling of like flippy, like after certain animations, like because the left facing animations are still flipped. That's always going to be a thing, but you don't get that sense of like when he's done, then you suddenly see a flip before he goes back into another animation. Like we did a lot of new techniques there, so that was pretty fun to work on. So which means that we may be doing more designs like that. It looks pretty cool to have asymmetrical designs. Yeah. And okay, that's it for Daybok. He walked off my screen. when I spawn him like that, he's not aware of the junk pile, so that's why he doesn't. He just goes off on his own. Goodbye.
Do you want to show how like Wbot does?
Yeah, I think that'll kind of help with me wanting to talk about the chests afterwards.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Treasure chest. The Wbot is there's a piece of meat here. So I'll do meat. Yeah, I have a piece of meat. Let's see if this works. Will it go? Or does it need to be something else? Oh, he's going.
No, that's it.
Okay. Deposited. Oh, sorry. Spam during. I got a spam call during it. Okay. So basically what he does is if he finds a chest with items in it, he'll try and collect similar items that are scattered on the ground nearby and bring them all back to the box for you. I think we did also make it work off screen now.
Yeah.
So that also came late in beta. I'll just do a few more just so you guys can see, because that one was just one piece. Log.
But there's some cut grass.
Can I do control drop? Yeah. I'm gonna drop a whole bunch of these. I want to see if how he behaves, just so people can see like what he actually does. Does he grab one or does he grab them all first?
Yeah.
Okay, so he does pick them all up into a stack and then he'll bring it back over. Okay, there. That's the thing. Wbot. What else?
After Wbot is... Oh, we could talk about waxing.
Okay, we'll come back to the chest stuff later. Since
let's do that
right now.
Yeah. What would you...
how did we run out of time so fast? Okay. Okay, chest upgrade. Chest. So this is the other neat thing we added was the chest upgrade. Gives you infinite stack size inside the chest only. What that means is you can only take log. So as I move them in, this stack can go to 999 plus if I keep going. But if I take things out of it, you can only take like what would have normally been the max size at a time.
Mm-hmm.
That's how that works. The thing that we changed, or we will be changing tonight, or tomorrow, depending on when the hotfix goes out, is that we expect these boxes to be filled.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of stuff in them.
And if you break one, they're just like currently everything just pops out and destacks. So the number display goes to 99, but it's actually infinity, like or whatever.
It's not technically infinity.
Yeah, just like max integer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if I put enough in there. So my build has the new code for it, but if it thinks there's not that many stacks, it will still pop them all out. But if there's too many, it will do something else now, because we don't want like one broken chest to basically just break your server. Your server will just suddenly stop. Let's see, save. This is also new code. Oh, come on. Wbot. Stop. Okay. So I'm going to run out of space. Let me give myself a backpack. So it dropped out a whole, like a bunch of stacks and the usual like destroyed chest materials. So basically your chest did get destroyed, but it leaves a pile of the remaining items here. Mm-hmm. This thing can't be destroyed or but you can rummage. If you rummage, you're just going to get randomly
the stuff that was in there. You're just going to get the stuff out of it.
It's not one. I had like a stack. That's why it's actually you get one full stack of whatever. It just randomly picks whatever's in there, or you can rebuild it. And it's basically just the deconstructed materials that it's required. So if you had fully deconstructed it, you would have everything you need right away to rebuild it. The shard is also dropped, so you don't. Yeah, I hammered it. That's why I'm one board. Rebuild, and then the box comes back, and whatever is still remaining there is still there. And that's how that will work. So that way, we don't have to just drop everything else onto the floor and your server just explodes. This works with the deconstruction staff, and burning as well would be the same thing. And yes, it'll do the same thing for the dragonfly chest as well. Yeah. And
I guess that segues well into performance stuff.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of stuff done for it'll mostly affect like late game mega bases with like a lot of things on the screen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we did update the way it updates the networking sleep check. Basically, that used to be a very heavy operation. We've looked into how it was deciding what areas to update, and we've cleaned that up a bit, so it's way faster now. Mm-hmm. But definitely, it will affect like large, dense areas the most. Most people, like if you weren't experiencing like huge dips, then you won't. You can't go faster than not having problems. So it is for helping late game and mega bases mostly. Another thing we didn't mention before is we did fix a lot of the stack size preview coding. On clients, you may there were weird cases with the stack size where if you're while you're moving stuff around, you could end in from boxes or between containers. You could end up with an item that can no longer be interacted with until you closed the box and reopened it. Or sometimes when you're grabbing an item out of the box, you get it's like it goes ding, you got a new recipe, and then it goes away. That's because it thought you had the wrong number of items during the preview and things like that. So we fixed all of that. Okay, there's more stuff we should talk about.
Okay.
Upgrade chest. Oh, here. You want to talk about the dragonfly incinerator thing?
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's been a common request for a long time for a garbage can in the game.
Yeah.
You know, some people's mega bases are just like loaded with things that they just won't use. You know, they can't get rid of them. So they've been asking for a way to get rid of them, and this is what we decided that you can, you know, put things into your scaled chest, and it just gets rid of them. It just burns them up.
I don't need these logs.
Yeah. So I know that there's been some people asking, you know, requesting that it could give us ash or give us charcoal or something. This wasn't really us, you know, solving a problem that we wanted in the game. This is us solving a problem that people were requesting for in the game. So we weren't. It wasn't a feature we were like, oh, we need to give some way of accessing more charcoal or something like that. It's just giving people that garbage can that they've been looking for.
Yeah, so this is just a garbage can. I think for a lot of those feature type requests or like machines people wanted, that's probably going to be other machines, if any. Yeah. So this is just an incinerator.
I remembered seeing someone post that they were like very satisfying. They just took and loaded up like, I don't know, 400 spider queen hats.
Yeah.
Incinerated them.
Okay, and I do have one other non-controller thing, the portable storage stuff. So I'll do the bear gibbon.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Bear gib for a sec. So this is we made it so these they're tagged portable storage, so I'll just call it that. There's the tackle box as well. And
anything that you can open from your inventory.
Yeah, Wakefied's song thing as well.
Yeah.
So at the start of beta, you could just open them and move around, and they just stay open, and you can do anything out of them. So it was basically just free inventory slots. But now, just for balance, they are more like how Maxwell's top hat magician top hat works, where you can't move when you do it. Let me see if I have some food I could put in there. Meatballs? I'm still from meatball era. My go-to. So eating out of it will not close it. So basically, we've it's kind of coded even for future and other boxes. If you're doing an action on item out of it that doesn't move your character, then it won't close the thing. But if this meatball wasn't in there, or if I did, like, let's say I eat this meat, then it closes it. So that's how that feature works. This was also to make it so that these containers would work off of beefaloes. Because in the past, if you were on a beefalo and you tried to use any of these containers, they would just open and then instantly drop onto the ground and close. And then you can't open them again without getting off the beefalo. This change doesn't change Maxwell's hat, because Maxwell's hat already does this with a different animation. His animation is more like a magician using a top hat, pulling things out of his hat. So that was like a change that came in halfway through beta as well. And I think that's it for this list. Okay.
We didn't talk about the waxing.
Oh, waxing. Yes.
Basically, another mega base thing. People would have like a lot of, say, berry bushes lining roads for decoration, but that would also bring all of the negatives that berry bushes might have. Or someone might have trees that are lining a road, and they look nice when they're in full, they're adult stage, but trees grow through cycles, and so you might have like some trees in different cycles than other ones. Now there's a sort of a late game object, this waxing spray, that you can basically turn them into just decoration. It removes all gameplay functionality from the item, and it just leaves it as like a decorative object. So you could freeze a tree at a certain age, or you can freeze a berry bush as just like a decorative thing.
All right, I'm gonna wax this one.
Yep. And there it is, waxed.
So this thing you can no longer get berries from it, but it will always look like this. The berries never go.
Yeah. You can, I think you can dig it up and move it still.
Yeah.
But it's not ever going to be a berry bush again. So, for probably many of you know that if you get into the lunar rift stage, the bright shade plants will show up. They target things like berry bushes. Well, they'll no longer target this berry bush because it's not a berry bush anymore.
Cool. Yeah. It's purely decorative.
Yeah.
Just like those sushis in the window.
Yeah, that's right. Or like this.
Yeah, it's like that.
This existed in the beta when we launched it, but since the beta it has included more things.
Right.
I know people have requested even more things, and as time goes on, as we have time, or if we agree, we will maybe add more things to it. But there were some more things added to it. Well, quite a few more things added to it during the beta.
Yeah. So I think we're constantly receiving more feedback and requests on that, and then we'll just keep updating what it can do. And then, okay, we still have a little time. The final thing, sorry. The final thing is controller improvements.
Oh.
Yes, I think we started looking more into just like how to improve controller performance, or just like playability, usability. So we started this update. Let me just change the controllers. This could be bad. I'm not very good with the controllers. See if I can show some of it. I think the most obvious one that most people will care to know about right away is swapping equipment. If I equip this, well, I guess I should move it first. Let's say the hammer is just floating over here, and because I wanted it there, and I equip it, the shovel now swaps back into that position rather than it might have popped back here.
Yeah, it would have gone into like the first empty slot. Now,
or wherever it came from. If the slot was still empty, it would go back there or something strange like that. Now, this way, if I'm like in combat and I just need to swap between two items, you can just leave it there and just swap back and forth like this. So a lot easier. I think that's going to help with the speed on controllers quite a bit. Originally, I was telling Jesse, why don't you just do this, pause the game, and move stuff around. Okay, and then I think I'm not going to show this one, but I'll just skip the item because there's other changes to it as well. Orange staff.
Oh, we can put the skin on it too.
Oh right. So I need to build it then.
No, you can just swap it. Or you can just use the what's it called? The skin sweeper.
Yes, I'm gonna do it with keyboard and mouse. And then I'll switch back. What is that thing called?
Skin tool.
Reskin tool. Okay. How many skins does it have?
More. What
did I miss?
There it is.
Is that it? Oh, that's it. Okay, that was fast.
Yep.
Okay.
So this is one of the switch drops.
Now we're going back to controllers. That's okay. So this teleport. If you guys see how far it goes, now imagine in the ancient field weaver fight, if you get caught in a bone prison or the snare, and then you poof, that's how far you would poof, which is too far. Like no one.
Yeah, that was how far you used to telepoof.
Yeah.
In the ancient field. Fight.
Yeah, it might even be so far as to de-aggro the boss sometimes. So in the case that you are trapped, you don't poof that far anymore. And
this is like a very specific situation. It's been hard coded, right, to do that in that fight.
Yes. Yeah. Right now, but we are, because we really wanted that one out, but we are now looking into making these targeting things more generalized in a way that we can apply them to more situations. Because there are a lot of like other things like targeting priorities that we've updated in that fight that might seem very hard-coded, so that we can just do it in a way where, if we want to do this for more items, more creatures, it's actually supported, and we don't have to hard-code it so much. Telepoofing across the bodies of water, I believe, has been improved. Just like it's like right now, it's very easily finding the other end of it. I think that might just
it's intelligent. It's smart about putting itself,
or like just I think it just gives you a little bit more range. If you're just right at the edge of it.
Yeah.
Because I haven't had any trouble finding a spot so far, even from here.
There was some stuff about boat deploying. I don't know if it's gone out yet.
Not sure. It might be out already, or might be going out with this update.
Okay.
As well as just targeting items to interact with in general are now also going to take your direction and facing into account. So like I'm facing the mushroom now, and I'm not.
If there was something like just behind you that would have previously sort of captured that command, because you're facing the mushroom will take priority. And
yeah. Like I think even now it's not even seeing anything behind me, right? Like I'm not getting actions for things behind me. So those are kind of the things that we've been tweaking. Controller players do not get more teleproof range when not caged. That hasn't changed. It might be slightly more when going across water. I think that's the change. But on ground, this reticule hasn't changed. That's always because it's basically already going to the edge of the screen. Okay, why are there spiders everywhere? Pause. Or should I just ham that? Today the theme is ham that. Oh, I'm on controllers. Okay, and I think that's it. Yeah, so I mean, go ahead. That's most of it. I was just gonna say, like, if you guys have feedback and suggestions on the controller stuff, like, just we'll try to catch your posts on the forums as best as we can, or I think some people check Discord as well. And we'll just keep improving it when we have time. Okay, let me switch off control.
There are quite a few small, like very small micro adjustments here and there with the controllers, and just look at a bunch of stuff in the update. We didn't cover exactly everything changed.
There's a lot of that you might just have to look through the patch notes. And a lot more little changes might be coming. But through probably just as patches, live hotfixes.
I will also mention there was the announcement for the board game.
Oh yeah.
There's a company, Glass Cannon. They've produced a board game called Frostpunk, based off the video game Frostpunk. Also, I think they just finished the Kickstarter for a game called Dying Light, which is also a video game that they're making the board game for. And they've been working on a Don't Starve board game. So they're all smart people over there. We're excited to work with them. I can't give too many details on it yet because I don't know too many details on it exactly myself. But if you're interested in board games, there's a link on their Kickstarter page that you can look for more information, or ask for more information, and then when it comes up, it'll update you. Please do that.
Oh, I can't shadow fire this bird anymore.
No.
I was gonna run around just like flamethrowering things, but I don't want to respec. So now I'm looking for things to shadow fire.
Wrecking Sim asks, "Is the board playable solo?" And I don't know. I don't have a ton of information to give, but there's one thing I can say is that on that announcement it says true solo playability. So I think the answer is yes.
Wow, it destroyed the den when I did the shadow fire.
Targeted the den.
Yeah, well, it killed one of them and then it killed the den. Sorry, I'm just.
There was a question about what future update or what's coming up.
Oh, what we're working on now.
I think we can talk a bit about that.
Sure.
The next update, we will be putting out some skill trees that this update didn't have any skill trees, which it was timed to do so, but we decided to go and do quality of life instead. But there will be some skill trees coming up in the next update, and we will also be doing some more quality of life stuff. There's a bunch of ocean stuff we're working on at the minute, and there might be some other little things added in there, but skill trees and some ocean quality of life stuff.
It doesn't work on these guys. Doesn't want to hit them. Okay.
Would the auto attack not work on them? That's what it's doing.
It does. Now it does. It doesn't before I aggro them, but it does now.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, that's
okay.
We can look into that.
Okay, we'll fix that.
Any other questions? Last minute questions? Do you guys have any plans to add an animation for opening the bear bin? I mean, we start looking into it, but right now the animation that we have works so well that we're it's really like if we have a lot of free time to redo all that, then we might, but I'm not sure if it's really that necessary. So we do have a lot of things we want to do right now. Was the range viewable upped for the Horizon Expandinator thing?
I don't think it was.
I don't remember either.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think that was.
I just know that the overlay is the new thing that we added. If a tall chest gets destroyed by a boat sinking, does the rummage teleport? Oh, you mean the
junk pile?
The junk pile teleport onto land? No, it doesn't. It will sink, and as much as it can will go to the. I think. What happens to though? It doesn't go to the stashes. That's just the monkey one.
Yeah,
right?
no, it would just be gone. If it sinks, it's gone.
Yeah, it's just gone.
Yeah.
So don't put it on your boats. Any reason we can't use spritz on giant crops that are not cropped? They still need the one individual wax.
Probably we didn't do it on those because you can wax them.
Okay. I don't know. I'll let Diogo think about that one. Love to see us controller users getting some love in this update. Don't know if you can say, but any more controller QOL planned? Maybe custom button mapping. Well, we are doing more targeting updates. I know that there's a lot of, like you said, there's some boat targeting things such as deploying the boat. And when you're on the boat and there's like a lot of stuff on the boat, how you can, I think the targeting cone is more narrow. So it's like it'll get what you're facing, which is more intuitive. And yeah, we're going to keep looking at like Ancient Field Weaver is a great test for combat targeting, as well as Sanity monsters, and how they affect the fight, whether you are engaging with them or not, and how that affects basically just the playability of it on controllers. So we are looking at that kind of stuff. What was custom button mapping. I mean, I don't know. I thought we just added a whole bunch, or it might just be on consoles, but we have been doing some work there just to make at least the UI, the screens, the button mapping make a lot more sense, because I think they were overlapping with the gameplay mappings in a very strange way. Like one button was being like the in-game button actions were being used for screens, and it didn't make any sense once you mapped them for gameplay reasons. So I think we did do some of that, and I'm just not sure if it's out on our branch yet. But yes, I think so. Basically, either we've done it already, or I'm not sure if you're looking for more.
There's several questions about things like geometric placement being and combined status and things like that being more official in the game. I know this is a thing that we've talked about a lot in the office, and we're still figuring out what to do there. So
Yeah.
it is something we're aware of, and we're
Yeah.
thinking about it, about what to do with it.
Hmm. We would love to find a way to bring some of that to everyone. Yeah. And what's that? Will there be changes to match Beefalo's damage to planar stuff? I don't know if we have Beefalo retuning on any of our plans right now, but so probably not in the near future. I think Beefalos are probably, I don't know. We don't have a planned update for Beefalos in the near future. We do want to focus more on oceans first and skill trees next. Yeah. Anything else?
I think that's it today.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I just kept changing skin so people can see them. Okay. I think that's it. I see no more questions. 0 questions remaining.
Yeah, dude, thanks.
Thank you for
watching,
coming.
everybody.
We're rating glurms. Okay, I guess we're rating glurms.
Yep.
I'll just go watch him.
Yeah.
Okay, see you guys.
Thanks, everybody. See ya.